All right, just on the northwest coastal highway, and scooted past this little bugger. So I better get him off the road before he gets flattened. Come on, come with me. Car's coming. Put him back on that other side when I'm done, but just I'll show you over here for now. Nice and fat. That there is a mountain devil, a thorny devil. We grew up calling them mountain devils, but a lot of people call them thorny devils. Right. So yeah, as I was saying, thorny devil or mountain devil. Oh look, another one of those main roads cans where they've had a little camp. Yep, as I was saying, thorny devil, mountain devil, whatever you want to call him, Moloch horribilis is their scientific name. Moloch horribilis. Not very good at all. So yeah, some fun facts about these. This one's either very full or pregnant. I'm not sure. She's pretty round. Some fun facts about the thorny devils is they drink with their feet, so they stand in water, and there's little veins between these scales, and that capillary, it's called capillary action, and the water runs up through the scales until it reaches the corner of his mouth there, and he just drinks it straight in. So you can actually just stand in water to drink, or in the early morning of the dew, they capture all the dew on their body amongst all their scales, and the capillary action funnels the water down to in front of his mouth, and he can drink that way. Another thing is they've got this false knob on the back of their head. That's actually a false head, so if a bird or a goanna or something comes to attack him, he'll tuck this main head in under his legs, under his body, and present this false head that looks like obviously the two spines of his head, and they'll just peck and attack at that and get nowhere, and hopefully eventually give up and leave him be. Very strict diet. They only eat ants, nothing else. So I'll just sit on an ant trail leading away from an ant's nest and just sit there all day picking up one after another as they run by on the trail. These guys, another cool thing is that they actually walk in a real stuttery, haphazard way. So they'll take a step and then stop and sway, take a step, stop and sway. And that's because they're trying to imitate things like a leaf blowing in the wind. So, you know, when a leaf gets caught on a little bit of a bush or something, that leaf will just sit there and flap, flap, flap. These guys try and replicate that so that birds don't realise that they're another animal or a lizard. They'll just pretend to be, yeah, a leaf or a stick or something. So that's why they don't walk in a nice smooth motion. It's very stop-start and hazardous. Stuttering. And lastly, people don't know, but these guys can actually change colour. Not to the level of a chameleon or something like that, but depending on their environment and the conditions of the sun and the soil, they can actually go from a real light yellow up to a real dark brown, and they'll change according to their terrain or the landscape habitat that they're in. So yeah, ready? If I touch this guy's head, he'll try and tuck it under. See? Try and tuck it under and present the false head. Pretty cool, isn't he? I do love these little guys. One of my favourite things to find in the bush. I might just get the big camera out, get some nice shots of him and let him go. I'll let him go on the side of the road he was trying to cross to. We'll quickly turn him upside down and see if it's male or female. What are you, mate? I'd say that's a female. I believe that's a female. I could be wrong. I'm not the best at sexing mountain devils, thorny devils, but I reckon that's a girl. All right, I'll go get some shots. Bye-bye, buddy. All right. So she was just crossing the road here, heading this way, so I'll go chuck her back in the direction she's going off the road a bit. Hopefully she continues on and finds a feed of ants somewhere. All right, there you go, big girl. There you go. See ya. All right. There you go, Moloch horribilis. Thorny devil, mountain devil, whatever you want to call it, wherever you are. Keep going that way. All right. It's the day after the. It's the day after pulling over and seeing the little thorny devil. I've been up to Quabba, done the job. I might have shown you just some of the horrible wind and weather that I've had to deal with up there, but that'll be about it for that job. I'm just on the way back to Geraldton now, and just thought I'd quickly pull in a little old Hamlin outcamp on the way. So this is just an old outcamp from Hamlin Station back in the day, and yeah, just thought it might be of interest. I don't think there was ever a wool shed nearby, not that I've ever seen or heard of, but yeah, just a little outcamp over there and a few other bits of debris lying around. So we'll have a quick little gander. We go over here. The fridge door. Old motor block, engine block. Telephone line used to come in, and that's the tree. Yep, engine block. This is below here. Poison. There's the bugs in it. It's just full of beetles. So they've all gone in there. Cockroaches, longhorn beetles, stink bugs, all sorts of different beetles. Hi. Ow. They're all going away with the wind. Yeah, you did. Cool. I just got my shoulder good on that tree bridge there. Oh, what else we got here? So it's a tiny little outcamp. So this Hamlin outcamp, little tiny little outcamp. What? Probably sleep. What do you reckon? Don't know if there would have been a bed inside. The beds probably all would have been outside. This just would have been the dining area and the cooking. Dunny. Toilet block. Or shower, sorry. Yep, shower. So it would have been the old donkey. Heap of old export cans. Some gold in there as well. Yep, sun gold. Car bonnet. What is that? It's got a swan on it. Now I know what the Swan logo was, what kind of vehicle that was. Let us know. Round model. Sardine tin lid, spam lid. Probably spam. Canister or something. Medicine or ointment jar. Maybe. Just lots of little engine parts, another jar, a lid on it still. Quite a timber structure here. Maybe this was a tank stand. There was a tank there. Yeah, not sure what this would have been. Maybe another room, possibly. And floorboards. or timber walls maybe. Sleep out. Would have been like the secondary room area, probably had brush all around it. I'd say they probably slept out here. There's the old table frame. Yeah, probably just the living area and cooking area, or maybe a bed in here. Have to find someone. I know the Wakes had this most recently, or sold it most recently. The Wake family. But I doubt it was ever used even in their time having the property. It was probably long before that. Don't know what that's what the purpose is. Looks like the old door's falling apart. Maybe that timber. No, that's timber. I was going to say maybe that timber was from the door, but looks like way too much timber. A lock. Power switch or something, light switch or fuses, I guess. Briefcase. Yeah. Meters 6. New bow 2-3. Meters 6. New something 23. Sure about that? This thing's trying to come apart with this howling southerly. Here's those what do you call them? Shell blocks that were mined from near Hamlin Full there, where the stromatolites are. There's that shell mine there. These all came out of here, so I think Meadow Station utilised it as well. Utilised them to build parts of their houses and whatnot. And a lot of the other nearby stations, I think, yeah, see, like little limestone blocks. And there was another station not far from Hamlin that was built out of them as well. And no doubt there were other buildings around Shark Bay that it was utilised for. Fortunately, there's not really a lot to it. Yeah, would have been another lean-to out here. Maybe just to sleep out. Car park, chair. Yeah, not a lot to it really. A few old beer cans just lying around. Obviously people have been here before, camping and whatnot. Chook can. Do find these rows here curious of rocks, whether it's a garden bed or, again, Wakes might know what that purpose was. Yeah, keeps going. Pole there, and stood up, and it all ends. It's all limestone. Sure. All right. Yeah, I don't believe there's any wool sheds or anything nearby, but just because I can't see it doesn't mean there's nothing here. I don't know what this is. It's got rocks around it. It's a toilet seat. Maybe it was another toilet. Just the Outback dunny. Might have been a little toilet block over that. And that was the shower. Yeah, so that's probably the outhouse. Thunderbox. Tank over there. It's a tin. See if I've got signal, and I'll have a quick look at Google Imagery, see if there's anything here. Otherwise, that'll be it. Okay, got my hat on this trip. I'm probably getting roasted because it's about 38 degrees. Alright, catch you.